despite the fact that its launch specification is nearly identical. With the exception of some circuit-specific downforce configurations, Red Bull has already introduced one big upgrade during testing, and it has started a major weight-saving exercise as well. In this video, we will be telling you everything you need to know, but before we continue, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new videos. Let's get into it. Ferrari will unveil its first major upgrade package at the Spanish Grand Prix after Formula One rival Red Bull gained a couple of tenths by developing the car. After 5 races of the 2022 season, Ferrari leads both the Drivers and Constructors Championships but has been beaten by Red Bull in back-to-back Grands Prix for the first time this season. Max Verstappen won the Emilia, Romagna and Miami Grands Prix, cutting Charles Leclerc's championship lead to 19 points, while Ferrari now has a 6-point lead in the team standings. So far, the two teams have taken very different approaches to development. Since the second preseason test, when new side pods and a new floor were introduced, Ferrari hasn't changed much about its car. On the other hand, Red Bull has made improvements to its car's aerodynamics and weight since it got a new floor and new side pods. Given that there is a limit on how much money can be spent, Red Bull's rate of early development is probably not sustainable. Ferrari has said this for the first time in public. Ferrari team principal Mattia Binotto is aware that, in order to keep the pace, we need to develop ourselves and introduce upgrades.
I think that the Red Bull today had a better pace as it was in Imola, at least a couple of tenths per lap, they were faster.
That will happen at the next race in Spain, where Ferrari is expected to bring significant upgrades, including a new floor that should reduce porpoising and allow Ferrari to run the car lower. In the next races, it will be at least our turn to try to develop as much as we can in the car by introducing upgrades, said Binotto.
They spend money as well, so I hope that at some stage with the budget caps we stop developing while we got some upgrades available.
I think it's not a surprise that we may have a package in Barcelona which will be important for us. As usual, I hope that the package we are introducing is working as expected in order to try to catch up with the current gap we've got compared to the Red Bull. It also sounds like there could be further revisions to help improve the purpose that is costing Ferrari some performance too. But in terms of a big step, perhaps some changes to the floor or diffuser, Ferrari intends to wait until the Spanish Grand Prix at the earliest for its main upgrades. It comes at a critical time for Ferrari because, while the F1 initial 75 specification was good enough to compete for pole position at every race, it has fallen behind the lighter, upgraded RB18 in race trim. Binotto reckons Red Bull has got a couple of tenths per lap faster to us thanks to the upgrades brought to Imola. After giving up on a plan to use a rear wing with less drag because it was hard to get used to the new track surface in Miami, Ferrari ran with more downforce than expected. This made the usual speed difference between Ferrari and Red Bull in a straight line even bigger, but it didn't improve Ferrari's performance in corners, at least not at low speeds, where Ferrari used to be better. Red Bull has been very good in that respect. They were very good on the medium tires to be as fast as us in the very slow speed corners, said Binotto post-race. The reason why is that it's something that we need to assess and understand.
They were as fast as us in the corners, but slightly faster in the straights, which makes their advantage of today.
And, in fact, I believe it's that they have gotten upgrades in the last few races that have made their car simply faster. Charles Leclerc finished second to Verstappen in Miami after being passed early in the opening stint, and only a late safety car allowed him to threaten the Red Bull late on. Leclerc said it was important for Ferrari to respond, even though he said it wasn't necessary, after seeing his big early points lead shrink in the last 2 races. Of course, they've been improving, said Leclerc. I think we all expected them to be improving. They are a very strong team and we are aware of this. So it's not a surprise. But I am also confident about my team, and I'm sure that we'll bring upgrades that will bring us back to the top. I hope so. But we are working well, and we've been working very well in the past few years to come back on top. So, I hope that those upgrades will help us to challenge them again. The new floor layout, which included an updated lateral edge with an ogival cut, also revealed an additional vertical strip placed diagonally, see image above, a type of skid block that should prevent the floor from deforming in the area in front of the rear wheels. It looks like Ferrari's redesign is based on the same floor section as Red Bull's RB18. This means that the two teams are about to start a very interesting development war. These metal parts seem to help reduce the oscillations caused by porpoising when the car is going straight, but they also make the trigger speed a lot faster. Porpoising is unavoidable as a result of the floor's increased speed and load, which leads the diffuser to stall. The jolt should be reduced by managing the stall owing to the new floor, and the driver should have a smoother ride. By reducing the bumps, the tires would work better and not lose pressure or grip as a result of the phenomenon. When it comes to big teams getting their development choices right, a dominant narrative over the last few months has been the increasing restrictions on spending wind tunnel time and CFD work, which have put a premium on efficiency. With that in mind, Ferrari opted against the significant early upgrade of its 2022 car. Whereas chief rivals Red Bull and Mercedes introduced big evolutions during testing despite plenty of rivals disguising developments at their launches and predictions of a flurry of upgrades early in the year. The F175 hasn't changed much since the first time it ran on a track before the season started. The solution, or more accurately, careful control of porpoising, gives the chance to try out different setups and configurations that improve the car's aerodynamic performance without making the problem worse. The F175 has won 2 of the first 4 races, even though it's pretty much the same as it was when it started, with some circuit-specific downforce configurations. Red Bull has already introduced one big upgrade during testing, and it has started a big weight-saving exercise as well. As Ferrari was able to do more work last year, it probably had a more mature 2022 concept by the end of 2021. This is almost certainly a factor in why it could afford to be patient in introducing major upgrades. Its launch car was perhaps a week's worth of development. To put it simply, porpoising would be easier in the last stage, but it would happen much less often. Ferrari's engine development has always been a top priority for the company. The company has a long history of producing powerful and fast engines. The company has always been a leader in engine development and has produced some of the most powerful and fastest engines in the world. The company has been working on a new engine design for some time now. The new engine will be more efficient and faster than the current one. It is still in development, but the company is hopeful that the new engine will be ready for release in the near future. What do you think about this? Drop your answers and thoughts in the comments section, but before you leave, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos about your favorite racers. Thanks for watching and goodbye.